Tragedy in the skies. Extreme turbulence on London to Singapore. Flight. Imagine sitting comfortably on a flight from London to Singapore when suddenly the plane plunges 6,000 feet amidst severe turbulence. This nightmare became a reality for passengers on a recent flight, resulting in the death of a 73-year-old British man and critically injuring 7 others. The aircraft was diverted to Bangkok, where ambulances awaited to treat the injured. Experts are investigating the causes of this extreme turbulence as families of the passengers anxiously await news. The unexpected journey. Picture this. You're on an international flight, enjoying breakfast, when suddenly the plane starts to fall. Sounds like a movie scene, right? But this was exactly what happened on a flight from London to Singapore. What was supposed to be a smooth journey across the skies turned into a nightmare at 30,000 feet. On May 21st, 2024, a flight from London to Singapore encountered severe turbulence that resulted in the death of a 73-year-old British passenger, Jeff Kitchen. The incident occurred aboard Singapore Airlines flight SQ321, which was diverted to Bangkok due to the critical situation. During the turbulence, the plane dropped 6,000 feet, throwing passengers against the cabin ceiling and causing injuries to dozens of people, including 7 in critical condition. Survivor stories. Jerry, one of the passengers, was traveling with his family to a wedding in Australia. He described the moment as a nightmare. We were all having breakfast when, without warning, the plane plunged. Some people ended up doing somersaults. It was instantaneous and horrible, Jerry recounted, still shaken. To make matters worse, a flight attendant with 30 years of experience said she had never faced anything so intense in her entire career. Can you imagine the terror? The feeling of being thrown against the ceiling with nowhere to run. Rescue and assistance. Upon landing in Bangkok, it was like a movie scene. Ambulances surrounded the plane, and the injured passengers were quickly taken to local hospitals. Monica, our correspondent in Singapore, reported that the families of the passengers were anxiously waiting for news, many of them shaken and in need of psychological support. Survivors who were able to continue their journey were flown to Singapore, where they were met with a very different scene than they expected. Instead of warm hugs from family members, they were greeted by medical teams and journalists. What a twist. Investigation underway. Now, the big question is, what caused this extreme turbulence? Experts are analyzing flight data and gathering testimonies from the crew to understand what happened. Some suggest that climate change might be making turbulence more frequent and severe. Tim Atkinson, a former aircraft accident investigator, highlighted that events like this are rare, but reminded everyone of the importance of keeping seat belts fastened during the flight. It's your best protection against unexpected events, he said. This incident serves as a dramatic reminder that, despite all technological advancements, nature can still surprise us in frightening ways. The investigation will continue, and hopefully, it will help us better understand how to prevent similar situations in the future. Stay tuned to our live news page for updates, and remember, always keep your seatbelt fastened during the flight.